All right, what's up, everybody? Just checking in. I want to do a quick update. Let's jump right into the price action. Of course, I'm going to check out some tweets later and check in with the chat. Take your requests and all that. Look at that Bitcoin in the weekly chart. I mean, it's still incredibly strong. We're looking at the price grinding here, above the upper Bollinger Band, above Horizon EMA 8. And I'm just looking here a little bit lower time frame, trying to see if the price can recapture this lost support. We're going to go over that some more in just a minute, just kind of cruising around the market. Look at Ethereum. All right. Back over 3,500. That's a big deal for Ethereum, having really just paused here so many times. Looking to potentially be breaking out. That is going to be interesting. Let's jump right into it, folks. Of course, I'm Big Cheds from Twitter. You may not know, but I am on YouTube at Cheds Trading. Well, you know that because you're here. And I'm going to just go to my channel and grab the playlist. I'm sorry, I was not ready. And boom. So go to, while you're here on my YouTube, you want to go ahead and you definitely want to check out all the great content. Most of what I do is free. I have a huge library of educational content, and it's important to me to keep covering that. If you want to more in depth, twice a week I do a full market report on Bitcoin Live. I'm a founding analyst at Bitcoin Live. I've been doing reports there for over 6 years, twice a week. I mean, even if I'm sick, I'm on vacation, I always do a report. And we have an unbelievable sale right now where you can get 3 months of access for only $97. It's ridiculous. And it's the best team in the world that studies crypto. So I'd encourage you guys, all of you folks, to consider checking that out. All the links are in the description, but you really want to make sure you've watched all the stuff I have on YouTube. I published 3 books. One of them is completely free. I got Trading Wisdom. That's 1/3 free. I've got the charts here. I've got some tweets I wanted to go over. I thought would be interesting to discuss. So why don't we jump right into that? Bitcoin's here at 95.8. So I'm going to take a look at a couple tweets, and then I'll jump in and check in with the chat room. In the meantime, folks, why don't you just tell me how you're doing? Tell me where you're from, anything on your mind. Please hit like and subscribe and hit notifications because I am live streaming daily now. These are all going into the quick market updates. So you do not want to miss these quick streams. So this would be ideal spot to hold. This is from yesterday. And checking out this tweet, this would be an ideal spot to hold. You see really where the price, initially failed at 96K and you're looking at the peak of the prior range. Why would this be an ideal spot? Well, if you're going to stair step and if you're going to build that rising demand, you can see it on the 4-hour, but you can see it pretty well on the daily chart where you set the range peak, you break out, you want to come back and you want to hold. So that's kind of what this tweet meant. This would be the ideal spot to hold to stair step. Let's see what the next tweet I want to explain would be this one. So here we go. So this is as we are testing this level. All right, we're testing this important throwback level. And you see this blue line, this rising MA200, which is the trend in classical charting, simple moving average. Equal weighted, which means equal weighted, simple moving average, 200 is the trend. 4-hour MA200 has played pretty big role historically in Bitcoin. We've talked about that many times. It depends on how the price is trending. It depends on if the price is respecting it locally, meaning kind of in the immediate candle series or not. But it's an important level. And what I talked about was that if you look at the price distance, it really hasn't touched. I mean, it hasn't tagged 4HMA200 since 62K. And so I basically said, with this first tweet, this would be ideal spot to hold. And if we don't hold here, we're probably looking at eventually catching up with this 4HMA200, maybe around range low, something like that. I mean, when you have, and that would be a buy signal initially, because when you go this long without tagging the MA200 in this strong and uptrend, usually that first bounce right off of it. You're going to usually get a bounce off of it in that first attempt. So that was what this tweet's talking about, right? I was pointing out the 4H MA200, 4-hour, MA200, which means simple moving average 200 period. We hadn't tagged it 621 since 61K. If we get a deeper retracement, that means if we don't hold here, a retracement, a move back to the mean, a consolidation, right? Let me quickly check in with the chat room, and then I'm gonna go through the rest of these tweets. I like the idea of explaining tweets. I think that is a nice educational thing to do. I think it's a nice thing to do to differentiate. I do a full market report in Bitcoin Live. I like to do something a little bit different here. So let's check in with the chat room. What's up, Crusher, Straight Crypto, Tanai, Jeff, Chocolate, Cookie Tech, Denbass, a lot of names. It's good to see all you folks. I want to build up some momentum with these daily updates. So go ahead and make sure you hit notifications. Greetings from Munich. Good to see you. And from San Antonio. Thank you as well, Waylon. And Bilal, what's up, brother? We'll check that in a minute. I'll get some requests in a minute, Bilal. I'll try not to forget yours. So now I'm going to go ahead and redraw that line just to make sure we've marked that. That's a clear stair step. The price attempting to stair step. Nice initial response. The reason why 96K is important, and we're going to jump in that right now. So the next tweet, updated view there, and here we go. Okay, so in my last video yesterday, I talked about the idea of the first test of the daily throwback range. And we've gone over that quite a bit here, circa 92K, 91K. And when I mentioned when we first tested that range, my friends, was that it would be a big deal to recapture 96K. Well, the question is why? Why would that matter? Well, as the price was grinding higher and set the initial low here at 96K, and after we rolled over a little bit on the top, did this kind of mini M top with the trough for the low at 97, price found support initially with a little bit of a weak bounce and a lower high, but it set that bounce at 96K. And so what you're thinking about is the fact that if Bitcoin is going to continue, right, and it can flip this level, it turns this into a deviation. But what we have now is the danger or potential to turn this into an underside retest and a rollover and then another test. So recapturing 96K would be a buy signal, because then you could use that 96K level, to structure your risk with the idea of a minimally just a retest of 98.5 range and potentially higher. So that's why that's important. It would really kick things off because we had lost that support level on the initial test, on that initial retest, and now we're underside challenging it. And so to regain that level, quote unquote, would really kick things off. And then tweet here, updated 4H view. You can kind of see that atom or that V bottom off of support right into the underside here at 94.5, but I'm pointing out the move into the underside of that level. I'll take a look at one more from one of my tweets. I want to talk about INJ real quick. But just let me know if that makes sense. If it doesn't, go ahead and leave a comment. Leave a comment in the video. I'll try to get to them. I don't have a team, folks. It's just me. I'm hanging out with you. So, and I just want to talk about INJ real quick. And this is an interesting spot because I've been very patient and essentially avoiding looking at or touching INJ until it can reclaim 31, and for some reason I'm not finding it on my watch list. I'll just go ahead and type it in. Nice and easy. So there it is. So you have what had been a market leader a long time ago has been like a real serious underperformer, and you can see it right here. I mean, this is a well-defined level, move into well-defined level. That's a short setup, right? You have the price bouncing into the underside of a well-defined level, but it's also a long signal if it can flip that $31 area. You have essentially price interacting with key level, which is what you want in classical charting. You don't want to sit around and chop around and get chopped around. You really want to be playing with the price at a well-defined level. So here's a big spot. I pointed out the underside of 31K, and so that's 31K, $31, and that's the deal with INJ. So that's just one more thing I thought would be interesting to touch base with. Let me jump back in the chat room, and maybe I'll do a couple requests here, and see how everybody is doing. I hope you are enjoying these streams. As a reminder, look at all the great free content. Tons of free content. Don't miss this Bitcoin live sale. It's unbelievable. All the links are in the description and all that good stuff. So let's check in again with the chat room. Good to see everybody. Tanya Stefanos, what's up, man? He says, Stefanos says, loving those daily updates. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I just did INJ chocolate, actually. So let's take a look at my friend Bilal. What's up, Bilal? Had asked about SHIB, I believe. And I don't know that I've looked at it in a little bit, but maybe we can take a look at it. This would be a decent opportunity to take a look at SHIB. Should be a little bit of price history on Kraken. Yeah, not bad. I like this consolidation. I don't know about you, but I generally like this look. It's a nice bullish flag, volume trend. It's consolidating, flipped over the range peak here. It's holding these lows, pausing where you would expect it. I like it. I like the momentum. You may want to be or need to be a little bit patient on it, Bilal. But I actually think it looks okay. I actually think it looks not too bad. I'll do a few requests, not a ton. I'm going to do spaces later today, so try to join that on Twitter. And, of course, I have my full-length market report tonight where I'm going to look at the entire market. Let's see some interesting ones from the chat room. Theta. Okay, so Juznik. I haven't looked at Theta in a while. And I'd say that's why that's going to be interesting to me. So Theta USD, let's take a little peek. It's a long time since I've looked at it, so it could be anything. Yeah, it's kind of got that INJ look where it's like the bounce into this underside. It's got some nice local momentum riding the EMA 8. There is evidence of accumulation here. So that actually looks okay. It looks okay. I'm going to drop out to the weekly chart just to get a little bit of a cleaner view. Here you see the descending supply trend break, 2-level filter trigger on the lower high break. And here, okay. All right, you got a little bit of mojo still here on Theta on the weekly. So you've still got a little ways to go before I think you can start to really be concerned. Even though you've got this local low here, this looks like maybe a bigger spot right around 235 to 240. So you're going to want to keep an eye on that. Overall, it's not like one of the best charts, certainly not, but it's got a little bit of momentum. And I like the red, light, orange, green. I like the momentum, local momentum, so to speak. Peter says, read Cheds books. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks, Peter. Good to see you, brother. Folks, I mean, Trading Wisdom is 1/3 free. And my other book, Trading Quotes, I've probably tweeted out the entire book for free, like one page at a time over the years. And my entire cancer memoir is free. So pretty much most of what I do is free. I am writing a 4th book, Trading Journal. I hope that you folks will get a chance to take a look at that. Let's wrap it up. It's been a nice little quick stream. I'm not going to be able to do all your requests. I need to save my mojo, and I really save that for Bitcoin Live, where I'm doing the market report tonight. And these are meant to be short streams. We talked about some tweets for some potential educational content. I'll try to do that again next time. You know, Bitcoin, you really want to see here, weekly chart is still quite beautiful. 96K would be important. Let's drop to 4 hour to mark it up here. And then we'll wrap things up. 96K would be an important recapture. We went over the reasons for that. We're viewing local range low, throwback, circa 91 to 92K range. You can kind of just watch here as the price consolidates. It may need to chill out a little bit more. I mean, if you look at the pace of acceleration on the weekly and the fact that the price is still trading above the upper Bollinger Band, we still may get some more consolidation, and that's okay. You don't want to fear consolidation. You need to grind. You need to reset things in order to move higher. Check me out on Bitcoin Live. This is the best team in the world that studies crypto, and we're doing a once-a-year sale. Unbelievable deal, 97 for 3 months access. I do a twice-a-week full market report. I haven't missed one in like 6 years, and it doesn't matter if I'm sick, I'm traveling. You hear from me twice a week. Yeah, it's great. I'm on YouTube. These are quick little fun updates. But on Bitcoin Live, I really dig in and we do a full market report. So I would really encourage you to check that out. Check out my books. Most of it's free. Most of what I do is free, here on Twitter, on YouTube rather. If you want to help me out, hit like, hit subscribe, hit notifications so you'll be told when I'm going live again. So thanks for everybody hanging out today. I know I didn't get to many of your messages, and I apologize for that. But it's just me. It's just one guy and one-man team. So I really appreciate you folks. And, let's do it again soon. How about tomorrow? We'll do it again tomorrow. All right. Take care, folks.